Hey guys, Tom here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to disassemble the Crosman 1337. Now, this should work for any other air guns that are similar to the Crosman 1377. And as you see, mine is really dirty, so I'm going to clean it at the same time. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So you're going to want a table to do this, and with that table, you're going to want to put some tape on the edges so you don't lose any small parts and pieces. Alright guys, so right here we have the Crosman 1337. Now, so you can see, like I said before, it's very dirty, and you can do this with just about any 1337 similar model. So yeah, we're going to start by opening it up. I've got a custom stock on here, but usually you'll have a pistol grip. And we're going to start by wanting to remove these screws, these two screws here on the stock to get inside the internals. So what we're going to want is a flathead screwdriver. Alright, so once you have those screws out, you're going to then want to set them aside somewhere safe. Once you have that, you can either take your stock off, or you can just take the pistol grips should come right off, and you'll see a spring there. Since I'm cleaning this gun too, I'm going to have alcohol wipes, so you might see me wipe down my gun once in a while, just because it is very dirty. I took it mudding, so not the best idea, but I'm just gonna wipe off a bit of the mud I can see on the top, and then we're gonna keep on going through this thing. Alright, so I've got my gun all pretty much cleaned up on the outside, and we're going to then look around at what we can take apart. So if we look at the top here of the Crosman 1337, you will see a little bolt, or a little nut, a little screw here. And again, you're going to take a flathead screwdriver. Make sure the gun is unloaded, check the barrel, and make sure it's empty, and make sure there's no pressure. So yeah, once that's checked, you're going to want to go for the top screw right here. So that screw should come out pretty easily, and then you'll be able to basically, hold up. You then want to go for this screw on the bottom behind the handle right here. This will require a flathead screwdriver. Now you're gonna watch out, because there's a spring right behind there, like I said. So once you've gotten the hammer spring out, you'll be left with this back cap and spring. So you're going to want to set that aside too. And you're going to have the screw and iron sights, which you can wash if you'd like. So beside here, the main screw, there's a little baby screw, and that screw basically fell out without me even tightening it. So you're going to watch out for that. So yeah, we're going to then move on to the pump arm, and as you can see, there's a little screw down there, and we're gonna have to unscrew that. This will require a flathead screwdriver. By the way guys, once you've unscrewed this part, you're gonna watch out, because there is a very small spring holding the trigger assembly right there. Hold up, there's a phone right there, so you're gonna have to watch out for that. So right here guys, we have the trigger assembly for the Crosman and 1337. So we're going to disassemble this part later, because there is a bit of dirt inside of the trigger assembly. So I'm going to take it apart in a bit, but you really don't want to lose that little spring. That's actually a homemade spring that I put there, because I lost the original spring. But yeah, we're going to keep on disassembling the upper barrel and piston part of the 1337. So right here guys, I don't know if you can see this, but at the top of your breech you have a little hole right there, and we're gonna want to take, it's like a little screw thing there, so we're gonna have to unscrew that. So let's get right to that. We're gonna need an Allen key. So I don't own a very small Allen key, I only have this little screwdriver, and that will have to do. So we're just gonna go in there and try to safely take a little screw out. Be very careful with this guys. You don't want to lose a screw. It should come out just like that. And there we go, there's a little screw, guys. Now that the whole assembly will just bump out like that, the barrel will come out and you'll be left with this basically. So right there we go, guys, we have the barrel and the breech assembly. You can pull that out and we basically have just the breech assembly right here. If you want to right now, you can upgrade this to a steel breech kit if you'd like. So I'm just gonna wipe down my barrel. Alright, so now I would recommend you guys to all kind of put the trigger stuff with the trigger stuff and the breech stuff with the breech stuff so you don't lose any of the screws and stuff. So right here, guys, we have the piston, and right here is the hammer. There's a little pin. I think you can pull that out or push it out or something. Yeah, so that should pull right out like that, and then your hammer will fall out. So you want to keep those things together with the piston stuff over here. And then right here, guys, if I look, yeah, there is the air exchange valve. You can take that out, but it's really a pain in the butt to put back in, so I think I'll just keep that in for now if I can. But I probably have to move it later. So for the piston arm, guys, you're going to want to take this pin out and replace it with a screw because it's a real pain in the butt to take it apart again. So yeah, let's just take that out with a hammer. Alright, so I've got part of the pin out now and the rest with the hammer, so we'll just pull out with some pliers that pin, wiggle it about, and you should be able to get it out. Alright, guys, so once you've got the pin somewhat out, the arm that goes in here usually will pop out like this, and then the piston will be kind of free to glide around. Now you're going to want to pull this pin out with some pliers. Does not come out easily. There we go, and there is the pin that holds this front piece in, and we'll be able to pull the entire piston out like that and put that aside somewhere. So at this point, you're going to want to take the little air breech port on the top here and just pull that out like that, and there is a little here, and there is a little O-ring in there. You're going to want to very carefully, actually you can leave it in if you want. I'd leave it in if I were you guys. Now you're going to want to find a stick of some sort and put it down the piston to push the air chamber out. So I'm not going to use the safest thing. I'm going to use this file. Really not the safest thing to use, so I might damage my gun. But I'm just going to stick that rod down here very carefully and slowly push my assembly out. So after using a bit of force and the barrel, I just pushed the cylinder out. Now it's probably not the safest thing to use a barrel, but I'm going to have to clean this piston because it's hella dirty. Alright, guys, so far we've got this much of the 1377 disassembled. As you see, we've got the piston there and the whole hammer assembly. So that's what it looks like, completely disassembled almost. I'm going to go and disassemble the trigger part now. Alright, guys, so the next thing we're going to tackle is the trigger assembly right here. So let's start by removing the screws that are these 3 screws here without losing the spring or any of these small pieces. Alright, guys, so right in front of me I've got the entire gun basically disassembled except for the piston, which you can put this in a vise and then put a key through here and just kind of twist this part open if you want to get inside the piston, but I don't think we need to get into this right away today. So yeah, that's basically the entire air rifle of the 1337 or 1377. And yeah, so I'll just go over basically all the parts here. So we've got the piston right here, hand with the pump arm, which attaches with this little pin in here, which I'm going to switch out for this nut later on in the video. and this basically goes in this tube cylinder right here, which then compresses into this little pipe thing, a little piston right here. And then once this is full of air at 10 pumps, or at whatever, 3 pumps in between there, this basically you cock the gun, load your pellet, close the pellet, which goes inside the barrel, which I think, yeah, is the right way. Now once your pellet is in the barrel, then you basically, this will be, once you pull this back, the whole action gets cocked back here, and then the trigger activates right like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. And once that activates, then basically you just have to pull the trigger, and that'll go slamming forward, hitting the piston, releasing all the air out and up into the barrel, shooting the pellet. So that's basically how it works, basically. But yeah, here is the trigger assembly. I just took the 3 really small keys out. We've got the safety right here with the spring. We had the safety with the spring. And there is the spring for the trigger, basically. And you can mod this trigger, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to clean it up, and basically, yeah, we'll reassemble the gun. So that's basically how you disassemble the 1337. Now I'm going to clean this up and, yeah, basically get it all put together. So basically, if I just, oh, there we go, that's a lot better. So yeah, there's the fully assembled Crosman 1377. Not bad, not bad. I replaced the original pin here for these these nuts and bolts, just because it's a lot easier to disassemble it next time. And as you can see, I've lubed it a lot, like maybe a bit too much. So I'm trying to get rid of that stuff. But yeah, it's it works, but just look at this. Oh. When I put a bit too much lube in it, so I'm just gonna shoot against this rag, empty barrel. So I'll show you. See that black stuff right there? Yeah, there's a lot of old oil in here. So not the best thing, but I think it turned out pretty well. There's a lot of lube on the outside, but it's clean and it's functional, so that's what counts. I started from some really ugly stocked 1337, and it works. The only thing here is that the trigger, as you can see, is a bit loose, so it rattles around a bit, but it's not the end of the world. I think that's just because I didn't put it back in properly. But yeah, there's like a little, these are basically like the 2 only parts that didn't go back in were these 2 things. But yeah, and the old stock. But yeah, it's that's how you get the Crosman 1377 disassembled. Definitely recommend putting these nuts. I think they're 2 by 24 by 1 3/4 screws. That's what it says on the package. Very small. You see all that like stuff that just came out there? It's like lube. Still a lot of sorry, I lost my thought. A lot of lube going through the gun. But yeah, it's still like a great gun, and less cleaner, and should work a lot better than before. Yeah, so that's it right there, guys. That's how you disassemble the Crosman 1337. Put that up on there so you guys can have a little. Yeah, that's how you disassemble the Crosman 1377. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So if I get enough likes on this video, I will show you how to reassemble this gun, but I don't think it's necessary because it's very easy to assemble back up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.